So shall I start?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon. My topic of today's presentation is outcome-based education in National Board of Accreditation and overall accreditation perspective. This presentation is made with this outline. So first I will highlight the National Education Policy, silent features, then Education Survey by Ministry of Education, to make you aware about what is the scenario of the higher education in India, and then outcome-based education and the accreditation. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts, you can raise your hands or you can post the queries in the chat box. Once again, let me know whether the things are clear, presentation, audio.
Yes, sir. The presentation and audio both are clear, sir. No problem.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So as far as the technical institutes are concerned, the common terminologies are already mentioned in almost all the government circulars. So I will highlight once again. In the technical institutions, the common terms are: faculty is used for the teaching positions, where the cadre is professor, associate professor, and assistant professor. Staff for non-teaching, admin, or supporting. Department is means by the degree awarding department. So undergraduate department, postgraduate department, PhD, likewise. Program is sometimes undergraduate and postgraduate. Course is the individual theory subject, that it includes theory, practical, internship, project, etc. Curriculum is the semester-wise structure of the entire program. It includes many things about theory, practical, tutorial hours, assessment schemes, credit, etc. And ABC, Academic Bank of Credit. My first point is regarding NEP 20, although the participants might be aware about, but the STTP theme somewhere includes the NEP terminology as well. So this is the policy, 21st century first policy. Again, it has very much clear focus on making our own country, Bharat, as Vishwa Guru. And these are the foundational pillars. Access, equity, quality, affordability, and accountability, and many things. So the policy is active from 19 July 2020. Yeah. This is the most differentiating structure. Almost many of you have witnessed some or some way how the new education policies. So this policy is characterized by 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So how it is? So in the previous academic structure, prior to NEP 20 implementation, the structure was 10 plus 2, where the ages of the students are varies. First entry in the first standard at the age of 6, and 10th at the age of 16. Plus 2 meaning is that 12th. So 16 and 18 ages, and afterward it will be a degree program of 3 or 4 years. So 10 plus 2 plus 3 oblique 4. This was the previous. Now it is 3 plus 2. It will be the foundational stage, wherein Anganwadi, preschool, and Balvatika, and ages are mentioned from 3 to 6. Then later 2 years, class first and second, age is 6 to 8. So together this 3 plus 2 forms the foundational stage, including Anganwadi, preschool, and first and second standard. Then the next level is the a preparatory school, a preparatory stage where the class 3 to 5 age is from 8 to 11 is specifically focused. Then next level is the class 6 to 8, again 3 years are there, from 11 to 14 middle age, and the next will be the 4, that is 9 to 12. There will be no examination recommended for 10th, only one exam will be there at when the student is in the 12th standard. So the details are like this. There are foundational, preparatory stage, middle stage, and secondary stage. Our academic institutes are coming under the higher education institute. That's why I will focus more on this. So higher education institutes have various subcommittees like Higher Education Commission, a National Research Foundation, Academic Bank of Credit, Special Education Zone, and Gender Inclusion Fund. So all these are now started formulation, and they are active now. Maybe in the next academic year, we will see that HECI, which is the Higher Education Commission of India, it will be a merging of UGC and the AICTE together. So the apex body will become the Higher Education Commission of India. Already the bill is under discussion, and maybe hopefully in the next academic year we will see. It has HECI will become the highest body in now education under Ministry of Education. So it has 4 regulatory or 4 attributes rather, or 4 subcommittees. One is the National Higher Education Regulatory Council. It works very similar to the National Board of Accreditation and NAC. So NBA and NAC probably will be merged under this National Higher Education Regulatory Council, which will take care of all the other regulations also, including medical, pharmacy, and others. National Accreditation Council, regulatory and accreditation, 2 verticals. Third will be the Higher Education Grant Council. Nowadays, and the 4th one will be the General Education Council. Nowadays, there are UGC and AICTE. They and others also, Dental Council of India, Medical Council of India, Pharmacy Council of India, and likewise. So they will take care of the regulation. In our engineering institutions, we are aware about that. AICTE, then Directorate of Technical Education, they are the regulatory bodies. So they will become a part of this National Higher Education Regulatory Council. Structure will be under again discussion. A lot of discussions will be happening on the structures also. Next will be the national accreditation. The NBA NAC will be merged, and there will be a graded accreditation proposed likewise. So these are the 4 major pillars of the HECI that is happening in the coming soon. What are the focus of the Higher Education Institute? So aligned with the NEP 20, the Higher Education Institute focus on the teacher education through National Council for Teacher Education, NCTE, then National Testing Agency, All India Council for Technical Education, Medical Council, National Council for Vocational Training, Education and Training, Veterinary Council, and others. So all together, they will be merged under this HEI. Sustainable Development Goal is again one of the very, say, prominent feature mentioned in the policy itself. There are 17 Sustainable Development Goal SDGs defined by the United Nations, and those are very appropriate. So all the research can be focused toward the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goal, maybe at the local level and the global level. So if I want say wish to mention, then no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, 4th, Fifth is the gender equality, clean water sanitization, affordable and the clean energy, decent work, industry innovation and infrastructure, and so on and so forth. So, in short, National Education Policy NEP 20 advocates the holistic and the multidisciplinary education, wherein the 64 Kalas and 14 Vidyas can be implemented or can be advocated in the curriculum through the multidisciplinary manner. There is a proper integration of the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and there will be more focus on the creativity and innovation, critical thinking, again higher order thinking capabilities, problem solving capabilities, teamwork, and so on and so forth. Overall, the policy intends joyful learning in technical and the overall education domain. Research will also be a interdisciplinary and holistic, multidisciplinary. So this is in short what NEP 20 and what are the expected outcomes and the salient features. You will see the two references. One is the Ministry of Education. So education.gov.in, Government of India website. And second is All India Survey on Higher Education. Again, it is the government and government agency, government body, and it produces the survey. So every time you can witness the current say updates. Now the survey, education survey happened in 21-22 and the data is available for 21-22. Right now, currently for 25-26, the survey is going on and the institutions, the portal is open and the institutions are uploading their data. So as on today, whatever the data is presented on the website, so this is highlighted here. This survey is just to make you aware about what is the scenario statistically in India. So in India, if you will witness that there are close to 1168 different universities in all the states and union territories. So if there is some addition, we can round it to the next higher digit. So it will be 1200. So 1200 universities are there. Similar way, how many standalone institutions, colleges? So those are 45,473. So 46,000. So 46,000 standalone institutions, 1,200 universities. Standalone institutions are again different categories. So colleges and standalone institutions can be differentiated here. I use the word anonymously, but they have some differentiating features, right? As far as total number of students are concerned, it is 4.33 crore. There might be addition. So let us say 4.40 crores of the students taking education or in the active education. And how many teachers are there as far as the teaching learning process and overall? So there are 16 lakhs, make it round to 16 lakhs. 16 lakh students, faculty, teachers caring 4.40 crores of the students. And this is one of the new terms they coined, pupil teachers ratio. Normally we use student faculty ratio and likewise SFR. So pupil teachers ratio is 26. So indirectly 26, a group of 26 students are addressed by one teacher. This is the scenario. But see that this scenario is not a good scenario overall because of the population, which is sometimes problem as well as opportunity. But this figure needs to be improved. Okay, that is the meaning. Another important term mentioned is the gross enrollment ratio. It is 28.4. What does it mean? It means that if the 100 number of students are taking admission in the school, right, in the first standard, then out of 100 students, only 28.4 students can complete their graduation study. So that is the gross enrollment ratio. So this figure is again not encouraging. So what about the remaining students? Remaining 73% of approx 73% students are out of stream students. They will not take part in the college education or education system. So they will be thrown out of the education. So this is not a good picture of the education system again. And next term is the gender parity index. What does it mean? It means that number of female students divided by number of male students. So this scenario is comparatively good. So one meaning is that there is a equal opportunity, or almost the percentage is equal, 50-50%, right? So this slide is again taken from the same website. So gender-wise distribution at different level. So you will see that this is the bar representation. On the vertical axis, there is a percentage of female and male students shown by the color in the bars. And horizontal axis represent different programs. Like first is the PhD program. So you will see that in PhD program, this blue bar represents around 42% of the female students, and other remaining are the male students. Likewise, postgraduate, then undergraduate, and likewise. So overall, the numbers are also mentioned in the horizontal line. So overall, the female enrollment is this 2 crores 1,42,000 and 48.67%, while the male enrollment is 51.33%. Although the gender parity index is 1, but it is approaching to 1 with this figure. Yeah, this is another representation of the, yeah. This is another way of representing the university distributions. This is undergraduate representation of the student in percentage in under different streams like arts, education, law, home science, engineering, technology, science, commerce, management, etc. Same thing is for the postgraduate. In the postgraduate, you will see that the vertical axis is the numbers and horizontal axis are the different programs. So you will see that in engineering and technology, this is the fourth bar, and social science is the last bar in postgraduate. But in PhD, the scenario is like this. In engineering technology, the scenario is very well. In science, good, and likewise. So these are again the bifurcation at India level and Maharashtra level. So total number of students as mentioned there 4.33 crores. So boys and girls distribution is like this, and gender parity GER is 28.4%. For girls it is, and for gender parity index is like this. Maharashtra, these are the scenarios. Total students, boys, girls, and like that. Yeah. So this slide is purposely made to make you the aware about that now the government and the authorities have made it mandatory for all the institutions and the universities to start implementing the NEP. Autonomous institutes have already started, and then affiliated institute and the universities, they have started implementing it from last academic year. The credit structure and other things were also very well clarified through the different circulars. What is happening? Okay, so this is my second point, education survey. Now coming down to the most focus point of my talk, that is the outcome-based education. So the philosophy of outcome-based education is taken from our ancient Sanskrit epic Ramayana. All are aware about that Ramayana, where the Guru Vasishtha taught Vidyas, that is knowledge, and Kalas. In today's terminology, we call it as a skills to Lord Sri Ram and his brothers. Guru Vasishtha instilled knowledge, skill, and attitude in all of them, but Lord Sri Ram demonstrated acquisition of this knowledge, skill, and attitude with distinction. So, with this philosophy, outcome-based education is very well classified or characterized by the three terms called as the knowledge, skill, and attitude, KSA. Similarly, this is our vision. Similarly, we advocate that every academic institutions must aim to instill the knowledge, skill, and attitude in its students through the pragmatic vision mission, competent enabling, and matching ecosystem. Yeah. So when outcome-based education term is coined, then OBE is characterized by the KSA, knowledge, skill, and attitude, wherein all this KSA and OBE can be measured or can be characterized further in terms of the program outcomes, course outcomes, likewise. So program outcomes are very important. Although all the faculty or majority of them are aware about this terminology of outcome-based education, but let me make it very again refine and clear that the program outcomes are the statements that describe what the students are expected to know and be able to do upon graduating the program. So this relates to the knowledge K, skills yes, and attitude and behavior A that the students acquire through the program. And the NBA has defined the program outcomes for each discipline. Mechanical engineering, they have then for every engineering discipline, the set of program outcomes are there. Course outcome, next. I don't know what is happening. Yeah. KSA matrix of the OBE. So there are 12 program outcomes and 3 program specific outcomes. All the 12 POs and PSOs are appropriately mapped to the knowledge, skills, and attitude in this way. The program outcome 1, again the graduate attributes for that is the engineering knowledge. For the second, it is problem analysis. Third, design development of the solution. And fourth is the conduct of investigation solutions. So PO 1 to 4 are appropriately mapped with the knowledge. PO 5 and later PO 10, 11, 12, they are appropriately mapped with the skills component, and the remaining 6, 7, 8, 9 are mapped with the attitude and behavior component. Similar way, PSO 1 knowledge, PSO 2 skills, and PSO 3 attitude. So this is the general mapping, and normally all the institutions will follow this. Yeah. whenever the OBE and the KSA, knowledge, skill and attitude, that is coming, so learning outcomes is one of the very prominent feature. What are the learning outcome of the program? So if the students are taking the admission to computer engineering, so what are the learning outcome of the so that needs to be defined. Then there are different courses. So for every course there is a set of statements. So we call them as a course outcomes. For teaching learning process, we define the content delivery method, how we are addressing the teaching learning. Problem-based learning, project-based learning, these are some innovative ways to deliver the content. Activity-based learning also. Sometimes business storytelling also. So overall attempt of doing this is to make the conducive work culture so that the students get full benefit of it, right? Many times through the discussions, we came to know that the peer team, accreditation team, give a remark when they assess the program for the accreditation that the outcome-based education philosophy is not clear to the faculty. So after receiving such comments, this is one of the way we come up. We have designed one mnemonic to remember the program outcomes and the graduate attributes, which are the crux or attributes of the outcome-based education. So there are 12 program outcomes. So one statement you can easily mug up and remember. Since we are belonging to the technical fraternity, so I have considered this engineering problem design. This is one of the prior course. So that's why purposely it is chosen. Engineering product design course taught by, purposely the word chief minister is added so that it can be easily remembered. This course taught by chief minister in IEEE professional society is known to us. So I have reversed it. EEI class with project-based learning. Project-based learning is again very much clear to us. So we can easily remember this statement. Engineering product design course taught by chief minister in EEI class with project-based learning. And the highlighted words, highlighted letters are the first letter of the program outcomes, and these are also represent the graduate attributes. So like this, first letter E, engineering knowledge, P, problem analysis, third, design and development of solutions, conduct investigations of complex problem, fifth, modern tool usage, engineer and society, environment and sustainability, ethics, individual and teamwork, communications, project management and finance, and lifelong learning. Now with the new regulations, I came to know that there are now 11 POs. Two POs are merged together, ethics and communication. And again, but you can easily remember this statement. Engineering, I will again come back to that statement. Engineering product design course taught by chief minister in EEI class with project-based learning. If the new faculty who have joined the profession, and if they could remember this, at least during the visit, they can speak something. And this will be a good scenario compared to the situation where the faculty is keeping mum when the question is asked regarding the outcome-based education philosophy, right? Yeah. My next talk addresses to the different levels in the outcome-based education. So what are the different levels? There are the top priorities or top level is the institution, academic institution, engineering institute, where it is characterized by vision of the institute, mission, philosophy, infrastructure, management, strategic development plan, SWOT analysis, SMART goals, etc., etc. Institution has multiple programs, undergraduate program and postgraduate program, PhD programs also. So every program has the program educational objective, PEOs. Then a set of program outcomes, that those are called as the POs. Then program competencies, PO attainment, assessment, and so on and so forth. So for these are the second level, program level. The third is the course level. At the course level, there will be a course objectives, course outcomes, content delivery methods, course evaluation assessment, course attainment, and mapping of the course COs with the POs. And in this way, there will be a third level, that is the course. Designing the very precise course objective, course outcome statements, course objective statement, learning outcome statements is again a very crucial task by the faculty, individual faculty. Then say designing the question paper by using the appropriate verbs, action verbs, so that it will appropriately map with the Bloom's level. And maintaining the proper difficulty and clarity in the question paper and clarity in the assessment. So these are the very, very crucial and important steps in order to give proper justice to the outcome-based education, right? So as I mentioned earlier, the outcome-based education is characterized by a KSA matrix, wherein K stands for knowledge and PO1 to PO4 and PSO1 is mapped to the knowledge. Second component is the skill component. So PO6, 7, 8, 9 and PSO2 maps with the skill component, and attitude component is 5, 10, 11, 12 and PSO3. So that way the skill matrix can be appropriately found. In fact, this outcome-based education is overall numerical system wherein the measurement of the outcomes can be found out. This is the thought. And when outcome-based, somebody may ask, can we measure the outcome-based education? Certainly, through this process, my answer is yes. And how it is measured? So it is measured in terms of the knowledge, how much percentage of the knowledge, how much percentage of the skills, and how much percentage of the attitude. If we can measure this in percentage, numerical ground, then the OBE is a measurable. So that is the submission. For outcome-based education, the curriculum design is very, very important, and the flexible curriculum is very much required for that. So what does it mean? It means that the flexible curriculum has certain component or attributes. One is the evaluation and assessment, content delivery methods. Rather, prior to that, the curriculum components, semester-wise plan, courses with course type, theory or practical, teaching learning scheme, then credit allocation along with hours, evaluation and assessment methods and the types, and the marking scheme, grading, absolute grading, relative grading, likewise. So these are the essential components of the curriculum, and the curriculum should be flexible so that the assessment can happen, and it will become easier and flexible for the course teacher and the program also to implement it, right? So it should give a flavor of this experiential learning, problem-based learning, project-based learning, and so on. Flexible curriculum in our institute is with choice-based credit system, and this is designed with the government of India circulars on like National Higher Education Qualification Framework, National Skill Qualification Framework, National Credit Framework, and our university circulars and the local stakeholders requirement. So with all these, the curriculum is designed, and the student should get the full opportunity as far as the choices are concerned, right? So for BTech, this credit 162 credit, MTech 80, MC 80, and likewise. The curriculum is again characterized by the honors and the minor certification. So it will be the additional credits, and it should be balanced. Curriculum is balanced with appropriate weightages to the different components again mentioned in the different regulatory circulars for like program core, basic science, electives, open elective, vocational, skill based, and so on and so forth, right? Some industry driven specific courses should be included. Multidisciplinary minors of certain credits, 14 credits, should be a part of the curriculum, and very simple and effective evaluation and assessment. So with all this, the OBE will be effective. So as far as our institute is concerned, so some course categories and the credits were mentioned here: program core courses, multidisciplinary minor, generic open elective, vocational skill courses, ability enhancement, Indian knowledge system, value education, and like field projects, internship, apprenticeship, and so on, co-curricular courses, etc. Bloom's taxonomy is one of the very important word in outcome-based education philosophy, and there are different Bloom levels. So this Benjamin Bloom identified 3 domains of the educational activities. One is the cognitive. So it is mostly measured and activated by mental skills, that is the knowledge, course, technical. Then affective domain, again appropriately mapping different levels. So it supports the growth in feelings or emotional areas, so attitude or behavior. And third is the psychomotor domain. So it is a manual or physical skills. So learning from the peers, then presenting the thing, communicating with the written, verbal, and so on. So Bloom's taxonomy must be known to all the teaching faculty, and its implications, how the levels are mapped with the things, right? So skill improvement, they can be broadly classified into hard skill, soft skill, and the transferable skill. So you all are aware about these are very, very important. Yeah. Hard skills are technical and often job specific. Soft skills are interpersonal and behavioral. And transferable skills are applicable across the various roles and the industry. So many things can be spoken to describe this thing. Hard skills. These skills are technical abilities which are acquired through training and experience. What are the attributes? Technology proficiency. So by developing the coding skills, data analysis skills, software usage, and so on. What is second? What is the another? Language skills? Language skills are the fluency in multiple languages, developing the multiple languages, say speaking and communication. Writing and reading skills. Technical skill, operating machinery using specific tools, and specialized knowledge regarding accounting, engineering, design, and so on. So these are covering the hard skills. Soft skills. These are the interpersonal and behavioral skills that relates to how you interact with others and how you can approach to your work. Some problem includes, number one is communication. So written and verbal, active listening, teamwork and collaboration, working effectively with others, problem solving skill, analyzing issues and finding solutions, critical thinking, analyzing information and forming judgments, time management. It is very, very important. Organizing and prioritizing tasks, adaptability, adjusting to the new situation and challenges, leadership, guiding and motivating others, emotional intelligence. Theoretically, this is good, but as in our day-to-day life, so developing the skill sets is very, very important. Third category is the transferable skills. So these are the skills applicable across the different jobs and industries. Few examples are communication, problem solving, critical thinking, then teamwork, then time management, adaptability, leadership, and finance management. So as a faculty, we must be aware about the importance of the skills and the methodologies or the strategies to develop this skill set. In the teaching learning process, content delivery, course delivery, it may be theory, practical. So these are some of the ways where we can improve the effective teaching learning course delivery. So by including the instructional methods or some pedagogical initiative aligned to attainment of the state outcomes, like as mentioned and highlighted, pedagogical initiative, left side, right sides are the instructional methods. So group learning, research paper analysis, problem solving, proposal writing, creativity and critical thinking, Google Classroom, MOOCs, case studies based learning, brainstorming, etc. All these are the pedagogical initiative. And instructional methods can also become very instrumental, like simulation softwares. One example mentioned is MATLAB, but there are others also. Freewares are also there. So online resources like YouTube, effective use of the ICT tools or AI tools now, group discussions, video lectures, assignments, project work, lecture notes, presentations, so on and so forth. If the faculty is really creative and really into the development of the say course, then definitely various combinations can be utilized. If the participants were asked to close your eyes and remember the most influencing teachers in your life, you will remember few names right from your childhood, school, high school, junior college, then graduation and post-graduation and PhD. But very few names you can visualize, very few faces you can visualize. And those few faces are those who have really in development of their student. So if you enter into that role definitely your student will also remember you. If you want your student to become really a foolproof mode, then the three components, knowledge, skill, attitude, and behavior, and inculcation of this will be happens then, right? So with this background of outcome-based education, then the attributes of the outcome-based education as a knowledge, skill, attitude, then what are the different attributes of the knowledge, skills, and attitude and behavior, how the POs and the COs are closely defined and they are attached to the different components. This will be the realistic case study of one of the course. It is the project based learning, OBE. So this is the course at TY BTech level, E&TC engineering, semester 5. Name is project based learning. The course code is like this, BET. It has a 2 credit, and the problem statement for this project is a smart pet feeder. You all are aware about what is pet, how the pets were fed, and how the feeder can be made a smart. So with this thought, the CO statements defined and designed for this is CO1, choose a viable solution for a problem based on current trends and societal needs by conducting literature surveys. CO2, apply previously acquired knowledge of electronics to design a prototype. And CO3, to demonstrate good presentation and writing skills and ability to work an individual as a team member. So these three CO statement properly justifies the outcomes. Okay, I will explain further. Then how the program outcomes are mapped with the designed course outcomes. The list of program outcome is fixed. 12 program outcomes are there. So again, the definition is purposely read here. The program outcomes are the broad statements that describe what students are expected to know and be able to do by the time they graduate from the program. So, and these course outcomes are course specific for one semester only. So these outcomes are typically aligned with the needs of the profession and the society, ensuring graduates are well prepared for their careers. So that's why the COPO and PSO mapping is there. So you will see that there are 3 COs defined, CO1, 2, 3. And horizontally, first column you will see, first row you will see PO1, PO2, 3 up to PO12, and then PSO1, PSO2, and PSO3. PSO1 mapping to knowledge, PSO2 skills, and PSO3 to the attitude and the behavior. So the mapping is like this. CO1 is mapped to PO1, engineering knowledge, PO2, PO4, and PO12, lifelong learning and knowledge component of the program. Similarly, CO2 mapped to PO1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, then 11, 12, and PSO2 and 3, knowledge, skill, and the attitude behavior. CO3 with 8, 9, and 10, and then 12, and again PSO2 and 3. So this mapping is decided by the course teacher, and he or she will be the most appropriate person to tell why it is mapped to and what will be the level of mapping, right? Yeah. So this is again the Bloom's level, and this project-based learning is mapped with appropriately with the Bloom's level, like in the semester 3, semester 4, semester 5, and major project in the final year is mapped with the 3 top levels, apex levels. So the process is again defined for the group formation, then the project mentor, then submission of the synopsis, then how the records were prepared and kept and monitored through the process project logbook, evaluation through rubrics in during review 1, review 2, likewise. And on the basis of this, the term work marks will be awarded to them. It is assessed through the rubrics. And outcomes were distinct ideas if it is published in a reputed journal, conferences, and likewise. Also, this process helps the students in finalizing the major project and target distinct outcome from the major project. So this is the overall the crux. Then how the rubrics were designed and how the students were assessed. So this is the evaluation under review 1, and these are the students, name of the students, title, and how the students were assessed through. So the rubrics were prepared like novelty in innovation and relevance to the topic, 5 marks. Literature survey, 10. Project planning, 5. Work done, 20. Total 40. So on the scale of 40, the students were assessed. Every students were supposed to present and they were assessed based upon their presentation and the overall work and through review, under review 1. After completing the next further work, again the students were assessed through the rubrics, but the components of the rubrics were changed now. The students, the title is same, the component of the rubric were now finally project planning, where throughout the semester, how the planning were made. Since it is a teamwork, so all the students will get for planning, it is a team, so that's why. Work done, again, it is a group activity, so like this. Quality of the report, presentation, so they will be writing the report, presenting it, so altogether they will be assessed. Here the components are different because the individual students will be presenting and this. So out of 60, they will be assessed, and then the students were again say 60 plus 40, and then the term work is allocated, and they were again say map with the credits and the grades. It is a 2 credit, first grade and then credit. The distinct outcome of this project is they have come up with a draft, and that draft is now copyrighted. Okay. So this is the design, automatic feeder, right? And the name is like. Also, the research paper is published in the journal, copyright registered, and the students were aligned with the research attitude, problem definition, and the solution provider. So these are the distinct outcomes of this entire activity. So how the outcome-based education can be correlated here? The student, this is the one course called as the project, right? Again, I will go back. Yeah. This is one of the course, project-based learning, right? So for that, we have defined the process wherein right from the course statements we have defined. Then the process is defined, the student teams were selected, then the COs are mapped with the POs appropriately, and PSOs also with the different levels, level 1 to 3, likewise. Then the process is how the groups were formed and likewise. Then the evaluation at 2 levels, through rubrics 1 and 2, and based upon the term work is allocated, and these are the distinct outcomes. So in this way, for all the courses, for one batch, when they were in the first year, semester 1, semester 2, so every time their outcomes in the form of the POs were measured out. When they appear to in the second year, that is semester 4, 3, semester 4, then third year, semester 5, 6, 7, 8, likewise. So for the entire program, when the batch completes all the courses and the credit requirements, they were entitled for the BTech degree, graduate degree, and based upon their achievements, based upon their attainment values of the POs, right? And then mapping those POs along with the these three components: knowledge, skill, and attitude. For knowledge, PO number 1, 2, 3, 4. Likewise, for skills, PO number 5, then 11, 6, 7, 8, and likewise 6, 7, 8. For attitude, PO 5, and then last one, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12. Likewise. So for one batch of the student, these values can be counted out through the averaging method, and the values attained is that the first that 20, let us say 21, 22 batch admitted students, when they passed out, we can count, we can calculate how much knowledge component they have achieved. This is again averaging method. How much skills that batch is achieved and how much attitude that batch is achieved. So that is how the outcome-based education, OBE, is evaluated. This is one just say case study and one example, right? So I hope that I have made the thing very clear. If you have any doubts or any question, certainly you can pose it, or you can interrupt me also. So this is there is say some points sent in the chat box also. Yeah, quickly I go through. After COVID, the mindset of the students have changed. Then all courses like ethics and human values, whether it is necessary to map single CO with all POs. Second tab. Yeah. Whether it is necessary to map single CO to all POs. Again, while describing, I have already mentioned, it is the complete perception of the faculty, right? If CO is mapping to 10 POs, he or she must be in a position to justify what is the thought process and how it is, when it is evaluated, how it is happening, what will be the level of mapping, likewise. So in short, the faculty is the owner of their decisions or their course, right? So I think I have made the thing very simple, how the outcome-based education is measured. The first thing is that it is measurable, and it is measured in in terms of the KSA, knowledge, skill, and attitude component, and that is in percentage, right? My next point of presentation is the accreditation. Accreditation, as I mentioned, higher education institutes. So there are various say bodies like AICTE, NBA, NAC, NIRF, and many others also. Those are not listed. Being a technical say forum, I have listed only 4. So this slide is again taken from the AICTE website. So AICTE is a regulatory body which gives the approvals to different. So what are the different institutes? So institute extension of approval for the programs. Then AICTE also gives the approval to the different say regulatory parameters. NBA second. So NBA, National Board of Accreditation. So program wise accreditation happens here. sometimes undergraduate, postgraduate, or combination of undergraduate, postgraduate together likewise. And the accreditation is given mostly 3 to 6 years likewise. Then third is the NAC, National Accreditation Assessment Council. So it is the institute-wise or university-wise accreditation. So it is normally a 5-year cycle, right? And one ranking framework is there. There are others also NIRF ranking based upon certain parametric data. The NIRF gives ranking across India. What will be the ranking? Again, it is in the form of the bands. Apart from this, apart from higher education institutes, or apart from these agencies, there will be some industries also. They will accredited the programs, accredited the institutes also, programs institutes also. And this accreditation will be quite useful for the industries also. So this is regarding the accreditation. So as far as the autonomous and non-autonomous, so autonomous comes under tier 1, non-autonomous tier 2 affiliated. So in tier 1, again this is from the NBA that handbook, and these are the different criterias. And self assessment report, SAR, contains how when we are preparing a proposal for the autonomous, then SAR needs to be contributed. Almost all the faculty is aware about, but the point was there. That's why I have highlighted and collected the things, right? I will tell you the different also. So for SAR content, these are the different criteria, institute level as well as program level, and the details under this. In all the accreditation formats, the outcome-based education OBE is very, very crucial. The outcome-based curriculum, outcome-based teaching learning, outcome-based assessment. So 1, 2, 3. So where some philosophical reference as well as some technological. So these things are very, very important. So that is why every faculty must be aware about the philosophy of this outcome-based education, right? Then criteria B, program level, again see outcome-based curriculum, teaching, learning, and so on. Then for the NAC, recently they have undergone through the revisions, regulatory revisions, and this is one of the slide again I have taken from this website, NAC website, and see that for university, for autonomous and university affiliated, how the weightages they have defined. So for the curriculum component, there are total 10 components they have highlighted. So first component is the curriculum. Again, it is outcome-based curriculum. University, if it is going for the NAC accreditation, these are the weightages for university and autonomous, and for affiliated. Faculty resources, it is very similar to the faculty, human resource. Then infrastructure, financial, 5, 6, 7 are most important. And those are the qualifying criteria here. Learning and teaching. So it is the teaching learning process, TL. Extended curricular engagement and governance and administration. And then student outcomes, research and innovations outcomes, and likewise sustainability outcomes. So everywhere you will see that in almost all the regulatory requirements, the outcomes and outcome-based education and that philosophy, that implementation is becoming very crucial. So for every faculty, it is very, very important to understand and execute the outcome-based education. So with the new regulations, NAC is coming up with this. For curricular aspect, there are 8 metrics, and it is coming under input category. Total weightage is 25. So 1 to 3, they are coming 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, they are coming under input category, and with different say attributes or matrices under that particular. So altogether, the structure is like this for NAC accreditation, and it is the graded accreditation. NAC accreditation is graded accreditation. And what are the important steps? So first is the institutional information on quality assessment. So IQA. So on website of the NAC, we have to prepare that document and upload it. Then AQAR, preparation and assessment, uploading. Self-study report, similar to SAR report of NBA, SSR report. Then DVV, data validation and verification, and then student satisfaction survey. These are the distinct steps. If required, the NAC peer team will visit, and accreditation will be awarded in the form of levels. So recently, Radhakrishnan Committee submitted the reformation report, and there are 2 stages now. One is the binary accreditation, and second is the maturity-based graded level, MBGL-based accreditation. And AI-driven document-based 5-level system is used. So different levels, MBG levels, maturity-based graded levels. So emerging HEI, level 1. Level 2 is developing HEI. Third is established HEI. Level 4 is advanced. And level 5 is Institute of Global Excellence. So if the institutes are already NAC accredited, then they will be fitting into one of the level 2, 3, 5. If it is very new, first time they are applying, it may be the level 1, and likewise. So this is the NAC reforms. Again, this NAC, NBA, and other, they are expecting every faculty and the clarity and practicing outcome-based education. So outcome-based education is very, very crucial for them, right? So for preparing the presentations, I have referred this National Education Policy available on this. National Higher Education Qualification Framework, UGC document, released on 20th April 23. Third is National Credit Framework, NCRF. Again, the document released by UGC, Ministry of Education, on 20th April 23. Then, again, one document, it is the UGC regulations for autonomous institutes on 3rd of April 23, and previous document as well. National Skill Qualification Framework, NSQF, Government of Maharashtra GR, and DTE Government of Maharashtra GR. So, what is the takeaway from this session? The takeaway is that the term outcome-based education might be clear to all. How to remember the graduate attributes and the program outcomes through one of the mnemonics, that engineering product design course taught by Chief Minister in EEI class using project-based learning. So if you remember this, this is the first step to remember the graduate attributes. And this can be very well framed with the program outcomes. Then program, specific outcomes. Then for individual courses, course outcome statements, CO statements. Then next step is mapping of the CO statements with the program outcomes as well as program specific outcomes. Then as per the level and the mapping strength, then assessment of this. Then after getting the attainment values, how then finding out the average and then grouping it with the different levels, different attributes of OBE, that is knowledge level, knowledge components, then contribution in the skill component, contribution in the attitude and behavior component. And altogether, KSA attainment in percentage indicates the outcome-based education for the specific course, specific program, right? For the specific program. Second is, what is the program and the institute accreditation? What are the different agencies playing a role? What are the different criteria? And how they say award the accreditation for 3 years, 6 years, or in graded levels, binary graded level, maturity based graded level, likewise. The most important is, being a faculty, we must always be ready and adaptive to accept the new challenges, new technology. This is because our students are smarter than us. Gen Z or the new generation is smarter than us. To keep updated, we have to be adaptive to learn the new technologies, use the new technologies, learn new challenges, accept new challenges, face new challenges. Then and then only we can give a proper justice to our profession, and we can give justice to the teaching learning process. And definitely to align ourselves with the paradigm shift. One example is the artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, different AI tools, how they can be integrated with the teaching learning, how they can be used for the assessment and evaluation. All these are the paradigm shift, and we have to learn, we have to align ourselves. Then and then only we can give a proper justice to the students, proper justice to the development of the students, development of the department, development of the institution, development of the state, and development of the country, and overall in terms of the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goal, justice to the development of the globe and the overall community. So I believe in the thoughts, one of the thought shared by Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore. So I believe in that thought. So I will read it. The highest education is that which does not merely give us information, but makes our life in harmony with all existence. So with this thought and the topic outcome-based education and the national education policy, then the ranking framework, I hope that you will satisfied, or you will get some delta X knowledge base regarding the topic. There are few posts in the chat. I will go. The outcome like patent may not be an immediate outcome. So in that case, what can be considered? Very true, because the process itself is the long process. So in that case, if the idea is really innovative, so if the draft copy is prepared and the submitted for the patent, so filing the patent is one of the terminology there. The patent is filed. Second level is publication. Patent is published. And third level is granting the patent. So for assessment, fairly we can consider that the idea is innovative and it is registered for the patent or copyright. That is my thought and my opinion. What is AI-based accreditation? So actually, they have designed the system, AI-based system, which will be assessing our submitted SSR report and SAR report, and the experts will get some parametric evaluation. what I heard from the experts. Yeah, these are few questions in the chat box. Still 5 minutes are here. If you are really interested, you can put your question or.
One of the question is whether it is necessary to map single CO to all POs.
Yeah, I have already addressed it.
Addressed. Okay, sir. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it is the perception and the view of the teacher.
Then once it is.
Shall I stop sharing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can we apply for NBA immediately? Currently, our second year is in autonomy.
Second year in autonomy, one batch needs to be passed out so that we can prepare the this SAR report. And our clear guidelines are given on the NBA website. Batch needs to be passed out. I hope that through this discussion, you may got delta X in your knowledge base. Is it fine?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
डेल्टापेक्षा बरंच काही मिळालेलं दिसतंय असं मला वाटतंय.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. A realistic case study were presented, so hope that realistic case study may be useful.
Yeah, it was nice presentation, and it was really beneficial for majority people, especially those are administration type heads and all.
And sir, many faculty joins newly, so they could not actually defend, or they could not even speak in front of the community.
Yeah, that's true. This definitely they understand what are the new initiative, new terminologies, new activities.
Yeah, for them, this will be maybe useful session. Those who are practicing, they are aware about this terminology.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. It was a good insight on holistic and multidisciplinary education survey in NEP implementation in autonomous institutions, OBE, project-based learning, different skill improvement pedagogy, OBE attainment. Truly, this session will be helpful for all faculty members present here. Thank you for sharing your valuable time with us, and we hope for the same support from you in future. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Shall I leave?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Moving towards our next session. Speaker for the next session is Dr. R.R. Itkarkar, madam. It's my privilege to introduce Dr. R.R. Itkarkar, ma'am, Assistant Professor in E&TC Department, AISSMS College of Engineering. She has experience of 24 years. Her expertise is in wireless communication, AI/ML. She is associated with IETE Pune Center and faculty advisor for IETE, IST and IEEE student branch. She has more than 16 journal publications and 4 patents and 2 copyrights to her credit. She has published book in television engineering for Wiley publication. We welcome you here, ma'am, and I request ma'am to please take over the session.